Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're going to be checking out a fun video. This is a video that I saw on my feed. I was like, I have to react to this. This is every Japanese pop music cliches explained. From my experience listening to a lot of Japanese music, I think I can come up with a couple things from the top of my head. Key change would be my number one. Key change. What else do we have? Dual guitars, where one guitar in the left ear plays something and then the other guitar in the right plays something. I'm not saying that's a specific thing with Japanese music, but I do know that a lot of Japanese music does do that. What else can I think of? I mean, apart from that, not those are the two main things that I noticed. Yeah, I can't really think of anything else, so that's why I'm watching this video. So let's go.
The Royal Road chord progression, or...
See, you already lost me, all right? My music theory is at zero, basically. I don't even know what Royal Road progression is, but I feel like I'm going to know musically what it sounds like.
is a chord progression that goes 4, 5, 3, 6. Say we're
yes.
in the key of C. Our diatonic chords would be... Therefore, our Royal Road progression goes F, G, E minor, and then A minor.
Well, that's just a standard in all music. I've heard EDM music use this chord progression. I've heard like Western use this chord progression. It's just a really catchy and simple chord progression that anyone can use. So it's not. I don't really consider this a Japanese pop music cliche. It's just a music cliche in general.
This progression is often resolved using a 2-5-1 at the end, which is D minor, G, C in the key of C. Although looping the progression
ending on a tonic,
is
that makes
quite
sense.
popular too. Some examples of the Royal Road progression include...
Yeah. I like that they use this one. This is a good song. And I like the explanation here, along with the highlighting of the different scale degrees, the chord degrees. I don't know what the hell. Wow, these are really good examples. Okay, I like that.
Other variations include 4, 5, 6, skipping the 3.
Ooh, I like this.
4,
Thank
3,
you.
6, skipping the 5.
Ooh.
And changing the 4 to the 2. There are a lot more variations, and this video sums it up pretty well. 4 on the floor is a drum rhythm.
I should have said 4 on the floor. I should have said 4 on the floor. 4 on the floor is everywhere, especially in Vocaloid music. So good thing that they used a little Hatsune no Miko Deko Nina picture right there, because Vocaloid loves using 4 on the floor. No matter what genre it is in Vocaloid, always 4 on the floor somewhere.
Where the kick
but again, it's just one of those things that it's common everywhere. It's not just Japanese music.
Played on every downbeat.
Yep. Dun, 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 dun.
This rhythm
usually it's an offbeat kind of
with the
too.
snare or clap at beats 2 and 4 with accented hi-hats at every upbeat or ands.
Yes.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and.
There you go, offbeat.
This rhythm is frequently used in dance and electronic music
Oh, yeah.
in the West, although Japan uses it literally everywhere.
Yes. The Vocaloid, what am I saying, man? I actually want to learn this song on drums, but yes, it's everywhere. Which you can't really fault them for it. It's literally applicable everywhere. That's why they use it everywhere. It's such a good beat pattern that almost matches any genre. It's so good.
Secondary dominants are dominant
Secondary
chords
dominants
that resolve to a chord that isn't the one chord.
I like this. Interesting.
Diatonic chords have functions. You could see here that our 2 and 4 chords have the same function, which is why you could change the 4 chord with the 2 chord in the Royal Road progression. Going back on topic, the dominant function chords are chords that really want to resolve to a tonic. The strongest resolution being the 5 or the 7 diminished chord to the 1 chord.
Yeah. Yeah.
We can take this concept and apply it to our other diatonic chords. Say we want to go to our 6th chord. In the key of C, that's A minor. The dominant 5 chord for A minor would be E major.
Yo, fun fact, when I was actually writing a lot of music, the keys that I would always choose would be C major and A minor, because there's no black keys. I don't like including black keys into my music.
By
It makes
writing
it
the
so much more
secondary
confusing.
dominant as a 5 of 6 or 5 of whatever the target chord is. In Japanese music, the most commonly used is the secondary dominant to the 6th chord or the 3 major.
I like that.
They are often played
Yeah.
as dominant 7th chords to have a stronger resolution.
Good choice. That was like one of those melodies where I felt like it was really melodically interesting at the end of the phrase. So like they're using a 7th. Like, I'll be honest, guys, I have no idea what the hell a 7th chord is. I only know like the three main the basic chords are the 1, 3, and 5. But you can include that 7 in there. I don't know what the hell's going on. Yeah, you got that intrigue in there. That's what the 7 is. I like that. Yeah, I'm gonna actually take notes. I'm actually take notes. You want to make your music sound more interesting? You add the 7th in there. Yeah.
First inversion,
yes, actually.
The third of the chord becomes the lowest note, which results
first inversion.
Well
I've done this.
half step,
yeah, I know what that
this
is.
Third is the 7th of the target chord. This is usually written with a 6th superscript, while having an extra 4 subscript means second inversion, where the 5th becomes the lowest note. Another way is just to play a diminished chord a half step below our target chord.
Ooh, good song choices for examples.
The minor 5 chord is more often
minor
than not
fifth.
better interpreted as the 2 of the 4. It is frequently followed up by the 1 dominant 7 chord and then to the 4.
What he said? I don't know what the hell he's talking about, bro. Oh my god.
And to the 4.
I'm a drummer, but I don't know what any of this is. Yeah, that's melodically interesting there.
And with what we've previously learned, we can interpret this movement.
You gotta use 7ths, man. 7ths are just a cheat code in music. Wow! I thought I was the only person in existence who knew this song. I see no reactors reacting to this song ever.
The passing flat 6 chord is used when going from the 6th
nice
chord
Eve
to
picture.
the 5 minor chord, which we now...
What the hell is BVI? Hold on. Minor...
When going from the 6th chord to the 5 minor chord, which we now know is just the 2 of 4.
Okay. Yeah, it's like it gives like a jazz feeling. I've heard all of these, and it's not just me. Everyone's heard all of these, but putting a name on it, like putting actual like labels and chord names on top of what we're hearing, I think that's really nice.
Harmonically, this chord doesn't have a specific function and often just acts as a passing chord to add spice.
Yeah. Spice, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Yo, I love this song, by the way. Yeah, it's like a... This is a good song right here.
The flat 6-5-1 chord progression is
I love how specific all these chords are. This guy really knows his music theory. I appreciate it.
a popular chord progression.
I don't know
Japanese
jack
music.
about music
Keep
theory.
in mind that our 1 chord is minor now. It is more known in the West as just the 2 of us chord progression. It has a darker mood due to the major 5 chord, which uses the raised 7th.
I might actually save this video for later.
Due to it being darker, it is widely used by Vocaloid and also ex-Vocaloid producers. With a major context, which I have been doing until now, then this progression would be interpreted as 4 major 3 6, with the 3 major being the secondary dominant to the 6.
Of course. Of course. You guys don't know that? I knew that. Alright, hold on. Is it? Wait, hold on. I need to listen to that melody again because Otto was just singing octaves right there. She doesn't really changing notes. She's do. Or is he talking about the chords like playing alongside her singing? Let me listen to the chords again. I'll be honest, I didn't hear much. Maybe I need to bring my headphones in. I don't know.
This one I can hear it more. The anime progression is a chord progression that goes 1, diminished, 7, major.
This was what I'm really interested in because I want to know what makes anime openings sound like anime openings. We're about to hear right now.
3, 6, minor 5, 1, and then 4. It then continues with a few variations.
What the hell is that?
This chord progression may
I can hear
seem
that.
complex,
I can hear
but
that.
using what we've learned, this progression is really simple. Starting with the tonic, it goes to a minor 2-5-1 to the 6 chord, with a diminished 2 chord because our target chord is minor, although some songs do omit the 2, which follows up to a major 2-5-1 to the 4 chord this time, and after that, it's basically just the Royal Road progression, and finally ending with a 2-5 to our tonic.
You guys got that? Yeah, these song examples really do a good job of showing what he's trying to say, because obviously it's one thing to say, oh, you need to do the 1 to the 2 to the minor 7th diminished, but then is another thing to actually show it being applied. So I heavily appreciate him putting these songs here. Yeah, I've heard that one. Yeah, that one. Isn't it blend S, not blend A? Whatever, it's fine.
The line cliché is the movement of a note within a chord progression that goes down or up a semitone while keeping roughly the same chord playing. The most common progression is a 6, flat 6 augmented, 1 in second inversion, sharp 4 minor 7 flat 5, and then ending with either the 4 or 2 since they both
I love doing this when whenever I used to really make music. I love doing this little technique right here because it gives me an opportunity to be lazy and I don't have to come up with 3 new notes every single time. I could just move one and it would still sound good. Yeah.
4th degree.
I love doing this. See? Yeah.
A few examples of a line cliché going down a semitone include
Yeah. I don't know this song. Good song.
Modulation by a minor third just means going from our key to its parallel minor or major, depending on whether you're modulating up or down. To explain it as simply as possible, if we are in, say, C major, we would have the same notes as A minor, our relative minor.
I knew
which
that.
Is a minor
I know
third
this.
down from
I know
C.
this.
Therefore, modulating a minor third down means going from A minor to A major. The same goes the other way. In E flat major, which is a minor third up from C, we would have the same notes as we do in C minor.
Yes.
Therefore, modulating a minor third up means going from C major to C minor. Whew, I really hope that explains it. If
You're just saying that now. Like how he's explaining all these like complex, they're not even that complex to be honest, but just like for me they're complex, but explaining all of these theories, and just now like we're almost at the end of the video, he's like, oh, whew, that's a lot to explain.
Understand
it's been a lot to it's been hard to understand.
Going up a minor third has a darker
but I
feeling,
appreciate
while
him
the
doing
opposite
it.
Goes for going down. It's popular because it sounds very smooth to the ears since the parallel keys.
That's the
share
most
a lot
important
of
thing.
notes.
I need to react it to you. Yep. Yep. You know that, yeah. Shininogi Iwa, Fujikaze is one of the most streamed songs of Fujikaze and just in Japanese music in general. Guess why? Easy to listen to. You understand? That's the important part. Love this song.
The Blackadder chord is a type of augmented chord named by Ongaku concept. Other than sounding badass, it is quite a strange chord which consists of the root, flat 7, 9, and sharp 11 with no third. It has various other names in Japan, such as Bunsu augmented and Ikisugi chord. You've actually heard it in this video. Remember this?
Kind of.
It was also in Onanoko ni
Yeah.
Naritai after the first intro
I
section.
heard that here too. It's crazy how much music theory goes into music, which it sounds stupid, I know, but like you have it's basically like its own language, really. It's basically its own language. Music is its own language. All these chords, all these notes, all these melodies. It's basically like just another form of speaking if you think about it. And yeah, this is like this is like a language lesson to me. This is like if I'm watching a like tutorial video on how to speak Japanese. It has that same type of vibe, which is fascinating to be honest.
An easier way of interpreting this chord is an augmented chord with the bass on its tritone. Say we have G augmented, our bass would be its tritone, which is D flat. This chord would then resolve nicely.
I like how
to
it
C,
says oversimplified, and I still don't know what the hell he's talking about.
which is actually its main usage, resolving a half step down. This is in the more niche side of things, but its usage is actually very well documented.
Wow, this guy knows his stuff, huh? Yeah, this chord progression was great. Gen Hoshin, I love Gen Hoshin up. Yeah. I don't know this song. Yeah, that does sound interesting, yeah.
Well, that's basically it. Comment down below if I missed anything, and I hope you could learn something new.
You missed, I mean, the ones that I had in my head are way more simple and generic than the ones he's talking about. He's talking about like very specific melodic techniques. I was just more so just talking in general, like the freaking key change almost at the end of every single Japanese song. Freaking what else? Like the dual guitar layering thing.
This video.
But he was more so just talking about chord progression wise and just melodic wise, which is equally as valid in my opinion. So yeah, that was a really cool video, man. So much goes into music, man. But here's the thing, right? All this is very important, but like a lot of music producers, even professional music producers, don't really have too much knowledge about this type of stuff. Obviously, having knowledge like this, it's only going to help you, but it's not super important as a music producer. It's more so, I think what's more important is, well, not only the drive to make music, that's the most important thing, but also another important thing would be to just have a good ear with this stuff. Like you just, like, when you produce music, you start to develop your ear. What I mean by that is like, maybe like this type of melody would work in this scenario, or maybe if I arrange the instruments to be like this, then it would sound good. That type of ear, that's what I'm talking about. Like a musical sixth sense. It's kind of like an undefined thing, but it's like it's just something you develop the more you develop your music making craft. So developing an ear, I would say, is very important, as well as, you know, learning music theory is good, and obviously it's only going to help you if you really want to learn all the chord progressions. I feel like it's going to make the music making process easier, but I think the most important thing overall is to A, obviously have a drive to make music, but B, also just have a really good ear for how to make music. Those are really important things. But this is a really cool video. I'm really glad that he was able to succinctly break down like a lot of the cliches that he was talking about. I mean, but these are like way more sophisticated than I ever thought it would be. So yeah, this is really, really cool freaking stuff. Thank you so much. I'm gonna leave a link in the video in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. I had such a great time. See you guys in the next one. Peace.